Obviously, thank you to Shauna. I know she can't hear this, but thank you to the whole pop-up community for having me teach today. It's really nice to share space, even though it's just virtual space. It's nice to see so many familiar faces and just know that we're sharing this energy together. So I'm really grateful for that. And I hope that this 60 minutes for you can kind of be treated as solace. That's the word I've been using. And I think all of the online yoga offerings have been just really like such good medicine for us in these uncertain times. And I think it's more important than ever that we have a way to ground down and to find center in these uncertain times. So I know for me, that's by hitting my mat. And even if it's just to listen to the teacher, don't feel like you have to do everything. There's been a couple practices for me at home where, I've just been hanging out in child's pose. So listen to your body, listen to your breath, and take any rest that you need. And I guess if we haven't met before, my name's Kendall, and I'll be guiding you today. So let's get started. If you have that Spotify playlist, you can go ahead. I'll give you a 3-second countdown and we can cue it up together. Why isn't it opening? Can you open this? Okay, I got it. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Excuse me.
Sorry if you picked that up.
Gotta get that out.
Okay, we're going to start in Shavasana. So have your head to the top of your mat, laying on your back. If it feels better for your back, you can bend in your knees. Maybe even taking some windshield wiper movement or hugging your knees to your chest. Without forcing anything, just start to bring your attention to your breath. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your belly. And I know for many of us, home practices can come with their own distractions, whether it be your children, your pets, appliance noises. So whenever you notice a distraction come up, see if you can pay loving attention to whatever it is that holds your attention. And that's part of our yoga as well. As you lay here in Shavasana, start to deepen out your breath. Taking a fuller inhale, maybe hold it at the top. Exhale completely out your nose or your mouth. And start to wiggle through your fingers and your toes. Stretch your legs out long if they're not already there. Begin to circle at your wrists and your ankles. Paying loving attention to your wrists because we are doing a Vinyasa flow today. All right, let's meet with bent knees, soles of your feet to your mat. Staying here on your back, kick your right heel up to the ceiling and cross your right ankle over your left thigh in a figure 4 shape. Now I want you to rest your attention on your hips. You're gonna try to keep your hips level. You can stay right here if that's enough for you, or float your left leg up to your chest and weave your right arm through the space you've created, holding onto your left hamstring or shin. Thread the needle. Now, for many of us, your right hip is going to want to hike up higher to your armpit. So try to keep that space between your hip and your armpit on your right side. Might like to circle through your ankle here. And then you can hold it, toes flexing back towards your shin. And tuck your chin in, press down through the back of your pelvis. Maybe pull in a little tighter on each exhale. And keep pressing down through your tailbone on each inhale. Release your left leg, sole your foot to your mat. Half happy baby. Shine the sole of your right foot up towards the ceiling and take a hold of either the back of your right leg. If you can reach up and grab the toe or the outer right foot. Pull down with the strength of your bicep, bringing your right knee outside of your right torso towards your armpit. You could keep your left knee bent or straighten out your left leg, but engage your left leg so much, it's like you're standing on that left foot. Toes are spread. Left hand could rest on the front of your left thigh to help press it down. Deep belly breaths. You can even use that right elbow to press to the inside of your right knee, maybe leveraging your knee wide a little more. All right, keep the left leg straight. Straighten your right leg as well. Take your hands behind your thigh. Now, kick up through your right heel, spread your right toes, and engage the front of your right leg so much that this activates a stretch down the back of your right leg. You want to push your right thigh away from you, but then pulling with your hands so you have opposing motions. Left leg straight, like you're standing on the floor. Strong scissor legs, and can you keep your hips still level? Okay, release that one, bend both knees, soles of your feet to your mat. Kick your left heel up to the ceiling, cross your left ankle over your thigh. Again, you can stay right here or pay attention to your hips. Keep them in line as you float your legs up. Left arm weaves through for this side, taking a hold of your right leg. Option to circle at your left ankle. And then once again, it's like you're pressing your outer left hip down. You want your sit bones in one line. And the back of your pelvis is imprinting itself on your mat, keeping your hips level. And that little downward motion of your left thigh can create that space from your left ribs to your left hip. Quite common to let that right thigh drift to center. Can you line up your right knee with your right hip crease? Okay, second part, release the right thigh. Sole of your foot to your mat. Half happy baby, left knee wings out to the left. Take a hold of your foot or your leg. Shine the sole of your foot up. Option to straighten out that right leg like you're standing in mountain pose. Right hand to the front of your right hip. Left elbow can press your left knee a little left. Pull down but keep your chin tucked in. And one more big breath in. Full breath out. Straighten that left leg high to the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. So not so much about lifting your left leg as high as possible. You actually might find that your knee and your ankle are straight above your hip because you're pressing your thigh away from you as you pull your leg in. Spreading out through the toes on both feet. Maybe feeling that slight scissor action of your inner thighs. Last breath in, full breath out. Hug both knees in towards your chest, separating your knees wide if that's more comfortable for your back. You can rock a little side to side. You might even want to try the full happy baby here, shining both soles of your feet to the ceiling. When you've had enough of that, use some momentum to roll over to one side. And use your hands to press yourself up to child's pose. Separate your knees as wide as what's comfortable. Hips extend back as your arms extend forward. Root down through your forehead. And connect in with your Ujjayi breath, a slight constriction through the back of your throat. Again, this posture might be solace for the body, coming back here whenever you need rest or just to reconnect. Know that we're in this together. Big breath in together. Big breath out. On your next inhale, pull yourself up to table. And from table, walk your hands a little bit forward in front of your shoulders. Fingers are spread. Tuck your toes under, breathe in. Push your hips up and back as you breathe out. Downward facing dog. And if your wrists bother you here, you can always do fists for wrists. See if you can stretch your arms as much as possible without hyperextending at your elbows. Might need to rock the hips side to side or pedal out through the feet to make the back of your legs a little longer. See if you can push your sit bones higher as you breathe in. Scoop your low belly in and up as you breathe out. And eventually go to stillness with both your body and your eyes. And listen for your breath. As you breathe in, come forward, plank pose. Hands under your shoulders. As you breathe out, push back to dog. You might need to readjust the length of your dog here. Should be about the same distance between hands and feet as your plank was. And then can you firm up your front legs more to push your thighs back? Pushing equally between your hands and your feet. And just as one more option, you can always lower the elbows for dolphin pose instead. And as you breathe in, come forward, plank. Now as you breathe out, bend at your knees, hover them off of the mat. Press back up to plank, breathe in. Exhale, bend your knees, hover. Inhale, plank. Exhale, hover. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down to the knees. Lower your chest, your chin, all the way to your mat. Lift your left leg, stretch it further back. Lift your right leg, stretch it further back. Press through the tops of your feet so your kneecaps lift. Scoop your pubic bone forward towards your navel. Slide your hands back towards your hips. Inhale, lift up baby cobra, elbows pull together. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Exhale, down. Now this one, keep the legs firm. Sweep your arms to your low back with your right palm on top of your left. Inhale, lift the back of your skull. Exhale, stabilize, legs strong. On your inhale, sweep your arms out forward in front of you. Palms will face down. Exhale, sweep the arms back. This time, left palm is going to be on top of the right. Lower your chin, hands under your chest. Press yourself back through your toes or your knees, plank, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to hip height. Exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose. Look forward, set your right foot down. Low lunge, but pull your left knee up a little higher towards your right heel. Right hand to your right thigh. Left arm's gonna sweep forward, and imagine you have a string attached to your left wrist and your left thigh. And as you sweep your left arm up, you pull your thigh forward, keeping your back knee down. And from there, you can sweep the right arm up as well. And so this one's less about going as deep into your lunge as you can. Really think about pushing the front of your left hip forward. Feeling that psoas stretch. Magnetize your right heel back to the left knee. Sweep your hands down, half split, straighten out your front leg. Turn your toes back to your face. And kick forward from your right hip to your right heel. Forward fold with a long spine. Option to stay or bring your hands to the right side of your mat. And then see how it feels in your hamstring to turn your right toes to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, go left. Getting all the heads of the hamstrings involved. Okay, come back to center. Wave your body forward on your inhale. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back leg as you exhale. Hands are gonna stay down, but let your hips drop forward. Lift your heart up. Look up. Your right knee is nuzzled in that right armpit, but try not to lean on your right thigh. Engage your core. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid, both legs straight. You can step the back foot in a little closer. Take your right hand to your right sit bone to start. Bend your right knee, and then push your sit bone back into your hand, lengthening out the back of your leg. You can check in here that your hips are square with that back hand. Then you might stretch both arms forward. Okay, a little bit of fancy footwork for this. Bend your right knee, shift your body weight forward. On your inhale, you're gonna pull yourself up and turn to face the long edge of your mat. Goddess stance, knees bent, elbows pulled in tight. On your inhale, straighten your arms and your legs, look up. On your exhale, press your palms down your center line, bend your knees. Option to breathe out through your mouth. Inhale, sweep your arms up, look up, legs straight. Exhale, palms down, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Fancy footwork again. On your exhale, you're gonna cartwheel down, face the back of your mat this time. Step back to plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees, bring your chest, your chin all the way to the floor. Stretch back through the top sides of your feet, legs long and firm. Dig in with the heels of your hands, pull them towards your hips. Engage your back body, rise up, upward facing dog. Look up. Exhale, chin to chest, send your hips high, downward dog. Lift your left leg up to hip height with your inhale. Exhale, curl in knee to nose. Set your left foot between your hands. Right knee slides forward, low lunge. Left hand, left thigh. Use your right arm to pull that right thigh forward as you lift up. Both arms up. Keep pulling your left heel back to your right knee. Opening up that right side psoas. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down, half split, straighten the left leg out, toes back to your face. Try to keep your hips level. Once again, you can stay in fold at center or bring your hands over to the left. Try turning your left toes left. Inhale, center. Exhale, toes to the right. See how that feels in the back of your legs. Bring yourself back to center. Inhale, wave the body forward. Exhale, tuck your back toes under. Your back leg stays firm, but let your hips sink. Lift your heart up, look up. Inhale fully. Exhale, pyramid pose, both legs straight. You can shorten your stance. Left hand to your left sit bone. Bend your knee slightly. Push your hip back into your hand. And it's like you're pulling your sit bone up to the sky. Hips stay level and square. You can stretch both arms out in front of you. Last full breath. Okay, fancy footwork time. Shift your weight into your left foot. Inhale, rise up, circling towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale, bend your knees, bend your elbows, goddess. Inhale, legs straight, arms up, look up. Exhale, press the palms down, bend your knees. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands down your midline. Inhale, sweep up. As you exhale, cartwheel back to the top of your mat. Step back to your plank. Deep breath in. Exhale, look forward, come halfway down, chaturanga, or all the way down. Inhale, you could push to up dog or stay with the cobra. Downward dog as you exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend your knee in towards your right hip. Open your hips to the right, fire hydrant. And we want to activate that right hamstring, but keep the leg firm like you're kicking something with the karate kick. From the inseam of your pants, straighten your right leg, kick away. Exhale, bend your knee, curl your heel towards your hip. Kick and straighten, curl in. One more. Straighten your leg back, three-legged dog, breathe in. Exhale, knee into your nose, step forward. Inhale, up crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, reach up. Extend forward as you exhale. You're lifting that back heel high. Breathe in, reach forward. As you breathe out, you're going to twist to your right, hands to heart center. Elbow outside of your right thigh. You could look down or up. Keep pressing your palms firm together, or option to open your arms like wings. Bring your hands back to heart center. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, Skandasana, left knee is gonna bend. Shift your weight back towards your left heel. You can keep your hands at heart center, or left arm might come down, right arm might reach up. Right leg is straight. As you breathe in, come forward, top of your mats, hands down. Modified side plank. Heel toe your right foot back further. Open your hips to the right so you roll to the back edge of your left foot, the outer edge. Right hand can press into your right knee. You might need to readjust this front knee depending on what feels better. You can slide it back if it's really intense. Option to reach your right arm up. Push the floor away. Now bring your right arm over your head. Think more of a rainbow-like shape. Lift your right hip high. Right hand top of the mat. Step back to plank. Exhale halfway or all the way down. Inhale, upward dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Oh, I see some kids yoga going on there, Corinne. Little yogi. Okay, deep breaths. And we got cat yoga going on too. I love it. All right, here we go. Left side. Breathe in, stretch your left leg high. Breathe out, bend your knee, heel towards your hip. Crack your hips open towards the left, fire hydrant. Strong through the hamstring, toes are spread wide. Kick your left leg straight. Exhale, bend your knee, curl your heel into your hip. Kick out straight on the inhale. Exhale, curl in. Last one, and really think about moving from the inseam of your pants. Straighten out your left leg, hip square, breathe in. Round your knee to your nose, breathe out. Big step forward. Inhale takes you up, crescent lunge. Exhale, elbows bend, cactus arms. Good, stabilize. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, come forward, long line of energy. Inhale, stretch forward out of your armpits. Exhale, twist towards your left. Option to lower your back knee if you're more stable. Hands can stay at heart center as you rotate through your chest, or stretch your arms open like wings. Slight tuck of your chin. Deepen your breath. Hands back to heart center. Deep breath in. Exhale back to Skandasana, surfer's lunge, right knee bends. Sink your hips towards your heel. Hands can stay at heart center or open your arms. Left leg straight. All right, press firm into that right foot. Shoot yourself forward, hands to the top of your mat. Modified side plank. My tight friends, like my husband here, heel toe your left foot back further. So it's more in line with your hip. All 10 toes point to the left. Left hand can guide your left knee further away. Awesome, yeah, you guys got it. You can lift the left arm up and integrate that right shoulder blade down your back. And if you want a regular side plank, you can do that too. But make it more rainbow-like. So left arm by your left ear. You get a little droopy in the upper body, but keep your left hip buoyant. Left hand back to the top of your mat. Yogi's choice. You can step back and flow or push to downward dog or child's pose. All right, from dog pose, lift your right leg up, breathe in, bend your knee, heel to your hip as you breathe out. Start to open your right knee to the right. Now for this one, I want you to lift high into the fingertips of your right hand. So it's almost like you're in a side plank and you're down dog. Straighten out your right leg, inhale. Exhale, big step forward. Plant the right heel down, left heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Wide stance. Right palm to the sky, breathe in, reach forward. Breathe out, reverse your warrior. If you can, bring that left arm behind your low back. And see if you can grab a hold of your right thigh and pull your right thigh down and to the right with your left hand. Now keep that half bind, come forward, right arm down, side angle, left side chest opens up, you can look up. Inhale, lift back up, reverse warrior, still with the half bind if possible. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, come up. Reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Try to keep the half bind. On your exhale, push your hips back. Start to bring your lungs forward. Right arm down. Look down at your right foot. Get into all four corners on that right foot. Your arch is strong. Level out your ankle. Keep your right thigh firm, sucking your kneecap up towards your hips. And little spiral of your right knee towards your pinky side edge. Now go to your maximum, option to stretch the left arm up. Take up space. Hey, from here, inhale, both legs straight, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your right knee. You're gonna reach forward to balancing half moon. Right hand to the right and in front of your right foot. Left arm can stay on your left hip or stretch up towards the ceiling. Try to kick strong through your left heel. Again, take up space, stretch your heart forward on your inhales, kick higher on your exhales. Okay, from here, look down, both hands down underneath your shoulders, square your hips to your mat. Supported warrior three, heart's gonna lengthen forward as you kick your left heel up. Last deep breath in. On your exhale, bend your right knee. You're going to step your left foot as far back as possible. Walk your hands to the middle of your feet, wide-legged forward fold. Pigeon toe your toes in slightly. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, fold. Root through the inner rims of your feet. Big toes back to your heels. Last full breath. From here, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Pivot on your feet, hands to the top of your mat. Step back to flow or to dog, yogi's choice. Exhale to lower with control. Inhale, fill your lungs all the way to the top. Exhale back. Left leg lifts up with your breath in. Bend your knee, heel to glute with your breath out. Open your left knee to the left. Rise onto the tips of your left fingers. Think side plank action, square your hips, maybe even your shoulders a little more. Straighten your left leg out three-legged. Exhale, big step forward, warrior one, ground down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior two, wide stance. Left palm to the sky, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Half bind if possible. Reaching forward to that left thigh and use your right hand to pull your left thigh down and left. Charge up your back leg. Dig in with your heels. Inhale, come forward, side angle, left arm down. Take a peek over that right shoulder. Inhale, come up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, lift up, reverse triangle, left leg's gonna straighten out. Reach up and over you, side bend. Exhale, lead with your lungs. Come forward, you can readjust the feet. Left arm down first to your shin. So check in with your roots. Get active in all four corners of your feet. Level your ankle. Suck your kneecap up. And slight spiral out of that left knee towards pinky side edge. If it feels good, you can keep that half bind, or you stretch your right arm up. Deepen your breath. Inhale, pulls you up. Look up over your head, both legs straight, arms straight. Exhale, forward into that balancing half moon. Left knee bends, you can walk the right foot in closer before you lift your right leg high. Try to rotate through your chest and kick out through your back heel. You're strong. The magic is in your breath. Right hand down, supported warrior three, square your hips to your mat. Make that right leg just a little bit longer if possible. Chest more forward, breathe in. Go to your maximum as you breathe out. And bend that left knee, step your right foot back, wide-legged forward fold facing the right side of your mat. For this variation, interlace your fingers behind you. Pull your shoulder blades away from your front torso first, and initiate your fold from there. Hands come up and away. Deepen your breath, sending fresh blood down to your brain. Okay, release the pose, hands to hips, press into your feet. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, slight bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone to lift all the way up. Pivot your feet to face the top of your mat, step to mountain pose, arms by your side or at heart center. Maybe close down the eyes and check in. Release the arms to your side. Full breath in. Breathe out any type of expectation, judgment, anything that's coming up that doesn't serve you. Inhale, sweep up, extended mountain, maybe add a little bit of a backward bend. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, lengthen up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bend your knees, step your left foot back. Crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, swim your arms forward, twisted lunge. Left hand down, right arm up, look up. Big breath in. Stabilize as you breathe out. Look down, inhale, pyramid pose, both legs straight, hands down. Exhale, readjust the feet. Inhale, shift your body weight forward. Exhale, kick your left heel high, walk the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, standing splits, fold. You can always just keep it as a one-legged forward fold. You can always wrap around your right calf. Try to tuck your chin into your chest and kick your left heel higher. Release the pose, step your left foot down, top of the mats. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up, extended mountain, option to backward bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your front torso forward. Exhale, bend your knees, step the right foot way back, crescent lunge. Inhale, pulls you up. Exhale, swim the arms forward, right arm down, left arm up for your twist. Full breath in, stay for your breath out. Look down, straighten both legs on the inhale, pyramid. You can step the back foot in on your exhale, fold. Inhale, shift your weight forward, kick your right heel high on the exhale, hands walk forward. One more inhale to lengthen through your heart. Exhale, standing splits. Option to wrap that left arm around, maybe both arms around your left calf. Release the pose, right foot top of the mats. Inhale, find length. Exhale, forward fold. Now, as you breathe in, lengthen all the way up, extended mountain. Backward bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your chest forward. Exhale, plant the palms. You could step or hop back into your flow, lowering with control in the exhale. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale to dog. Lift your right leg up on your inhale. Exhale, heel to opposite hip. Open your right knee to the right. Lift onto the right fingertips. You can stay here or step that right foot behind you. Flip your dog, hips up. And today, bring your right hand to the back of your head, supporting the base of your skull. Push into the floor with your left hand, hips up high. And flip back. Inhale, lengthen, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands, a little bit behind the hands. So this is like a hybrid of lizard and pigeon pose, this next posture. Wing your right knee to the right, keeping your ankle engaged, toes towards your shin. And let your hips drop down, but try to back your right hip, your left hip up, so you're squaring your hips. Might walk the arms more forward if you feel the space in your body. Walk your hands back under your chest. Step your right foot to the outer edge of your right hand and lower your back knee. Lizard pose, we're gonna add a quad stretch too. And start to push that right knee to the right. Might lower down to the left elbow if that feels okay. From the left elbow or the left hand, you'll open your chest and reach that right hand back, grabbing a hold of your foot if possible, maybe your pant leg or using a strap or a belt. Slow your breath. Release the back foot. Right hand back to the top of your mat. Heel toe your right foot in between the hands. Now, we've been working up to full splits today. Hanuman's pose. It was Hanuman's birthday last week. So you can always just keep it a half split if that feels better. Or from that half split, walk your right heel more forward, left leg back. If it feels okay, you'll walk your hands back by your hips. Maybe even bring your hands to heart center. So Hanuman was this great monkey warrior who stood for devotion, letting go of your false sense of self, your ego, and trusting in the universe. So I think those are really timely lessons for right now. Okay, those in the splits start to release, sliding your right heel back, hands forward, walk your left knee in, tuck your back toes, lift all the way to three-legged dog as you breathe in. Right foot down as you breathe out. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, heel to opposite hip. Open your left knee left. Rise up onto your left fingertips. Open up through your side body. Staying there, step your left foot behind you. Push up through your feet, hips up, chest up. Support your head with your left hand. Flip back, three-legged inhale. Exhale, step that left foot in the middle of your mat behind your wrists. Let your left knee wing to the left. The inseam, the inner arch of your foot is going to lift. Keep your left toes coming back to your shin. Back your left hip up as you pull your right hip forward. Option to walk your hands forward. Walk your hands back underneath you. Pick up that left foot or heel toe it over to the outer edge of the left side of your mat. Right knee down for lizard. Rotate your chest open to the sky. Left hand can press that left knee left again. And you can stay on your right hand or lower to your elbow if that feels better. Bend your right knee and add in the quad stretch if you'd like. Slow your breath. Okay, release the pose. Hands back to the top of your mat. Heel toe your left foot in. Half split or full split. You can hinge the hips back, sliding that left heel more forward. Right knee walks back. If you feel the space to bring your hands back by your hips, you can. Maybe you place hands in the center of your chest. Can you surrender just a little bit? Relaxing into the intensity of this posture. Release the pose, sliding the legs in closer. Hands forward, tuck your right toes, step back, three-legged dog. Lower the left foot down, lower to your knees, child's pose. Release your child's pose. Stand up on your knees, camel pose, Ustrasana. Knees are hip width distance, toes can tuck under. Hands to the top of your glutes. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, lift your eyes. Option to stay or reach back, taking a hold of your heels or slide your hands down your hamstrings. Capital letter D shape with your body. One at a time, hands come back to the low back, rise up. Sit down on your shins. Keep your inner ankle bones touching. Lion's pose, hands to your knees, curl your chin to your chest, round your upper back. All right, release lions. So if you have Spotify going, it might have started to play a different song, so just press pause if it's looping into some new music, and then turn around and lay down on your back. Head to the top of your mat. And as you get there, bend your knees to set up little bridge pose. Heels in close to your hips. Press into your feet. Palms down. Inhale, lead with your tailbone. Lift your hips up. Exhale, you could keep the palms down or walk your arms underneath you and interlace your fingers. Press your chest bone towards your chin and squeeze your low glutes to lift a little higher. Come down top to bottom, one vertebra at a time. You might like to open to butterfly, knees wide. Now you're welcome to stay in butterfly, but if you'd like one more backward bend, you can set yourself up for wheel pose. Rebend at the knees, soles of your feet to your mat. Hands beside your head. Gather your strength. Press your hips up, maybe rising just to the crown of your head first. Push your chest through your arms, straightening the arms if possible. And stay as long as you need. Can you keep that devotion, that sense of surrender? Lower slow, and when you get down, when you're ready to, you can hug your knees into your chest.
Mitaku oyase. We are all related.
Supine twist. Right knee is going to stay hugged into your chest. Left leg straightens out. Use your left hand to pull your right leg across your body.
Hello.
Arms could open.
Great mystery. Thank you for today. I thank you for the four winds and the four directions and the 4 points of the universe, the 4 ages of the earth, and the 4 ages of the human being.
Option to straighten your right leg if you want to
Right, thank
intensify a little more.
For everything that is sacred and holy and good. I thank you for the universe, which is our tabernacle, our house of worship. I thank you for the stars, which give us direction and tells us the changing of the seasons. I thank you for the moon, which watches over our women and purifies them naturally. I
As
thank
you
for
inhale,
the
come
sun,
back to
which
center.
is the giver of life, of energy.
Exhale, release
to our
your
grandmother,
twist.
the earth, so that she can
Could
bring
stretch
forth
both legs out or hug both
all
knees
of her
in.
children, our relatives, all of life,
Left knee up.
our relatives.
Right hand pulls your left leg across.
I thank you for our sacred grandmother, the earth. And I thank the grandmother, the earth, for the Black Hills, the Pahasapa, our sacred holy land. Thank you for the water. I thank you for all that the heavens give to us. And I thank you for that power
If you want to
comes
straighten
from
your
the
left
moon.
leg, you can.
from the sun and from our grandmother, the earth. I thank you for the 4 winds. I thank you especially for the east wind, which brings us the morning star and the dawn of a new day, so that we may continue today without repeating the mistakes of yesterday.
Come back to center,
thank
release
you.
your twist.
For the south wind,
You can hug your knees
Which
in
brings
or
us
once again extend long.
cleansing and refreshing.
Taking any last
warm
bit of
winds
movement
from
that
the
you
south
need
that bring
before you
warmth
go
and
to final
generosity to
Shavasana.
our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. And brings warmth and generosity to our grandmother, the earth, and all of her children who are our relatives. I thank you for the west wind, which brings us the lightning and thunder spirits, which gives us the cleansing and refreshing rain, which cleanses and refreshes our sacred grandmother, the earth, and all of her children, our relatives. And I thank you for the cleansing and refreshing that it brings to our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. I thank you for the north wind, which brings
Can you soften your body just a little bit more? Letting your breath be calm and natural. Embracing your own internal wind.
blanket that covers our grandmother, the earth, in the time of cold. And I thank you for those strong and enduring winds from the north, which gives strength and endurance to our sacred grandmother, the earth, and all of her children who are our relatives, and brings strength and endurance to our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. And that east wind, which also brings us a newness, a brand new newness to our sacred grandmother, the earth, and all of her children who are our relatives, and brings a newness into our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. And again, that warmth and generosity for our hearts, our minds, our bodies, and our spirit. Oh, sacred, holy, great mystery. I want to thank you for all our relatives, especially the wingeds, for all the beings that fly. For I thank you for all their sacrifices and suffering, and for their wisdoms and their teachings. I thank you especially for the eagle, which flies the highest, sees the furthest, and is faithful to its mate. I thank you for the hummingbird and the bee and everything that has wings, for all that they give. I thank you for the four-legged. I thank you for the medicines, the shelter, the clothing, the tools, and all that is holy that the four-legged give to us. I thank you for their food, for their wisdom and teachings, and for their sacrifices and suffering. I especially want to thank you for the wolf and the buffalo, for they teach us much about family life and the protections that those families deserve, and the relationships between all our mothers and our aunties, our auntie mothers, our mother aunties. I want to thank you for all our relatives who crawl and swim and live within the earth. I thank you for their teachings and their wisdoms, their sacrifices and suffering, and all that they give to us, their wisdoms and teachings, their sacrifices and sufferings. And I want to thank you for the food that they give us. I want to thank you for all the green things of the earth, everything that grows within and without the earth. I want to thank you for the trees, especially the sacred tree of life, which represents part of our Lakota nation. We must nourish the tree of life so that can continue to mend our nation's hoop. And that tree of life is the tree with the whispering leaves. I want to thank you for all the medicines. Thank you for the flowers and their sweet smells and their beauty. I thank you for their food, for their everything that they give to us. For they are great teachers.
I want to thank you for your practice today. See if you can take even just another minute more here, resting your bones into the earth. Let her receive you. And hopefully this time to pause has been some solace for you. It's been some sacred medicine. Knowing that we are never really alone. Our heart pumps for us, our lungs breathe for us. And we can treasure all that earth has to offer. And take solace in her power. Knowing that you can lean into her whenever you need. And if you're feeling good, feel free to stay. And if you're ready to wiggle out your fingers and your toes. You can roll over to one side, supporting your head with your arm. ready, press yourself up to seated to close. If you're comfortable, join your palms at the center of your chest. Maybe just take a moment to express gratitude for any one thing in your day today. Perhaps the blue sky, or the buds on the trees, this new earth, this new life that's coming with this change of season, with this time of reorganization and pause. And thank you all for your practice. Namaste.
Namaste.